Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Fall and welcome to a very quick first impression video on Kena Bridge of Spirits on the PlayStation 5. Enjoy! And before we jump into the game, I like to start with the option menu. And we have game controls, graphics, audio and credits. So when we go into game, we can change difficult, HUD, button, lead gen, follow camera, combat camera assist, attack camera assist. So difficulty, I actually started with story mode and I found the game is so easy in the beginning. I'm not sure if it's getting more difficult in the later game, but right now it's so easy. I would actually recommend, if you're a little bit experienced, changes to expert spirit guide, and still then it is very easy in my opinion. So anyway, we have also controls. I set my camera sensitivity to 1.0. I think the standard was 0.8. Just give me a moment. Yes. And even with 1.0, I still think the camera is not fast enough in my opinion. Anyway, that's okay with 1.0. We have control remapping. I did not change anything here, so I'm playing with the standard setting and I think they're quite good. Graphic menu, we're talking about this later in the game. And we have the audio settings, just normal settings as usual. And now let's jump into the game. And yeah, when we do this, I can also show you the loading times actually, which is not very long because that's it. And now I would say let's start talking about graphic before I show you actually what we can do here. So in the graphic menu we have gamma setting and graphic modes, and let's start with graphics modes because gamma settings and HDR, we'll talk about this a little bit later. So we have performance mode or the fidelity mode, and what I have to say is the fidelity mode is a 4K mode with 30 stuttering FPS. So for me this is unplayable. I really don't like it. So 30 FPS in a game, no way anymore. And even here I would say this is not a very nice 30 FPS mode because it's so stuttering, not quite sure what's going on, and you still have sometimes minor stuttering on top, you know what I mean? So you run around, you walk around and the picture freezes for a millisecond or whatever. This is unfortunately also happening in the performance mode, but because the performance mode of course offers you 60 FPS, it's not that noticeable anymore in my opinion. So again, 30 FPS mode or the fidelity mode for me are no way to play, to be very honest. So I'm going to change this back. And I have to say, yes, you can see from here this viewing distance. Usually, again, I'm sitting 2 meters away from my 65-inch, 1.8 meter probably. I can't see any difference anymore. Now I can see that the game has a lower resolution, the performance mode over the fidelity mode, but this is nothing what I would change against, or let's say like this, I would not play in 30 FPS just to have a little bit of a higher resolution, because this is what you get in the performance mode. Almost perfect, stable 60 FPS. And with almost perfect, I mean that you still have this minor stuttering, micro stuttering from time to time where the picture freezes for a millisecond or whatever. It is noticeable, but it is also just a minor thing. So this is really just complaining on a very high level what I'm doing here. So this is nothing what actually, yeah, bother me or whatever. So it's just noticeable, okay? So in my opinion, fidelity mode in this game, no way. Performance mode is the way to go. Okay, before I show you a little bit more gameplay material, let's talk about HDR, or let's say like this, let's not talk about HDR because there is no HDR support in this game, unfortunately. So all what we got in our graphic menu is actually a gamma setting, and the standard setting is, yeah, this one, and I found it actually a little bit too dark, the game. So especially in the very beginning, you start in a cave, and I will not show you this because this is really interesting and you should experience this on your own. But you start in a cave, very, very dark, and I had trouble actually to play in this very dark environment on my TV. So it's has nothing to do with the TV, because in other games everything is fine, but this is a very dark game in the very beginning. So even with my lights off, I had trouble. So what I have done is actually I changed this 2 ticks to the right side, and I have to say, if I would follow this recommendation here, just a slider until the symbol is barely visible, then I would end up like, yeah, probably like this. Something like this. So when I'm turning off the light, I clearly can see the symbol. But this can't be right, because now when we going back, it's okay here, but especially in the very beginning, you barely can't see anything. So this can't be right at all. And I brought this up a couple of times already, that I find that the internal test picture what sometimes the games are using are absolutely useless. And it looks to me that it's the same here. So I would actually recommend, it's of course up to your TV as well, what your TV is capable of, or how your TV is calibrated actually. But I found actually 2 ticks to the right side is the right spot for me and my LG ZX. And by the way, again, my TV is calibrated, so there is no problem at all with the TV. This is really just about the game. So unfortunately, again, no HDR, because you clearly can see the game is very colorful, but you can see it's just SDR. You know, this is green from SDR. You miss the powerful green from HDR. You miss the extended color gamut. You miss the very nice contrast between dark objects, very bright objects. But again, I get it. It's an indie game. And for an indie game so far, it makes a great impression to me. Okay, enough complaint about missing HDR. Let's play a little bit, and I'm pressing this button here, and we can use our rod. Our rod are the little fellows here, what we can actually, what we found in the very beginning from the game. And when we destroy this tree or whatever this was, then we're getting our nice village back. And we still have this ugly plants here. I'm not quite sure if we can actually destroy them. So, and this is the start from the game, in my opinion. The cave or whatever you start is for me a tutorial, and so far I had really a lot of fun with the game. And again, I like the graphic style, so I don't want to spoiler this. I'm just doing this very quickly because I don't want to spoiler the abilities or whatever what she got. So again, this is the very beginning from the game, and so far I found it is straightforward. So it's not an open world game, not at all. And I have to admit, I haven't seen any gameplay material prior to this game. I was very interested in getting this game, but I decided not to watch any gameplay trailer because I like to see it in my own eyes. So I watched the official trailer, but not any gameplay material from other YouTubers so far. So this is really the very first time I'm playing this game. So I played this area already, but I never went this path up here or here down this path. So what I'd like to show you is, of course, a little bit of combat. And I just need to make sure I'm in the... Let's change this to Expert Spirit Guide, which is the... Oh, okay, I have to start again then. Anyway, so you can see actually loading times are very quick. So there's no worries at all. But again, sometimes the picture stops for a microsecond, and this is not very nice. So you can send your route or whatever the name is. And by the way, you guys remember a game like called Overlord? Overlord? You had something like this little fellows as well. I can't remember. This is so long time ago, but you played this bad guy or whatever, and he had some friends or whatever, or workers or whatever. I think it was called workers, and they did all the dirty work for him. They were also able to attack enemies and whatever, and it looks like maybe this is more likely the same. I'm not saying this is bad or copy and paste or whatever. I appreciate this actually because I like gameplay like this, to be very honest. So let me show you a little bit of fighting sequences, because we're trying to open the cursed box here. So what we can do, we can actually lock on enemies, which is very handy. So we can roll, as you can see, and with L1 we can have something like a shield. And you can see this is the highest difficult, and there's not much happening, not at all. So it's actually, to be very honest, really simple, because it's at the end just a button smasher, what I found. I hope in the later game it will be a little bit more difficult, but so far I found, no, not really. So we have two attack modes, or let's say like this, we have two options. We have R1 and R2. So R2 is for heavy attack and R2 is for light attack. So we're just finishing all of them. But you can see this is actually very easy. So we have done this and now we can actually go back to our treasure here, and we're getting, what are we getting? We're getting some diamonds or whatever. Okay, no worries. So later on we can use these diamonds to get more, I think, abilities or whatsoever. I'm not quite sure. Again, haven't played that much so far. I wasn't here, for example. I haven't seen this. What is this here? Can I do something? Oh yeah, see, always with when you press L1 and you release, you have this power smashing or whatever you call this, and then you can destroy certain objects. But unfortunately I can't go up here. Nah, come on, there's a... Oh, and sometimes we have really nice textures. Can you see this? This is very bad. Very bad. But anyway, I don't want to complain too much because this is from an indie company. It's not a AAA production, and I'm still impressed what small companies can do actually. I mean, when you really look very closely in terms of graphic and technique, then you find a lot of things which are not adding up. But again, at the end, it is very important that you have fun. And so far, the time what I spent with the game so far, I had a lot of fun. So can I actually destroy this somehow? No, I can't. No, okay. Let me check here. So, and this game is not really an open world game, or let's say like this, not now, not at this very moment. Oops, can't go here. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but from time to time the picture is just stuttering or just freezing for very few milliseconds or whatever. So let's go here. So what is this? And here I'm very sure you can do also something. No, we can't. Okay. So, and if you're interested, of course, sound or whatever. So I will upload a video where I'm playing the first 20 or 30 minutes. As always in the normal view. Can I do here something? No. Oh. You know, I really don't want to spoil it too much, but I like to show a couple of things because I really think this game is worth to play. Because I paid actually, you know what, I will skip this. Because I don't want to spoil it really too much. Tower's Mask, okay. We're getting Tower's Mask. Press to wear Spirit Mask, okay, cool. Wow, okay, I'm spoiling too much really. But anyway, this is cool. I mean, I'm really looking forward to play this game. First of all, because I really like the type of the games, and then I learned it's not that very long, okay? And this is good for me because I don't have much time. So one of the reasons why I stopped playing Days Gone is because it is just too damn long. I really love this game, but it's just too long, full stop. That's why I stopped playing. And of course we can run fast as well. And our double jump. I have to say the animations are probably not the best, but again, not a AAA production. And yeah, I would say I don't want to spoil too much because I also have no idea what is beyond this pass. So I will upload a 20-30 minutes, first 20 minutes gameplay material or video where I'm playing on my LG CX and also of course captured with my Elgato capturing card. So to get you the best picture and sound quality, but also when I'm playing on my TV, I also always copying the audio capturing from the Elgato in this video. So you will actually have the best audio quality in this video as well, if you're interested in this, okay? So I think that's for this video. I'm really impressed. I spent $59, I think, in the PlayStation store. So there's no disc version as what I I'm aware of, so I wasn't able to find one. But I would actually recommend, if you're a fan of games like this is worth to play, absolutely. In my opinion, $60, it's not too much to ask. A lot of fun so far, and with stuff like this, whatever you can do here, I will find it out. It's very interesting, okay? So that's enough from me, and thank you very much for watching me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.